COVID-19. New numbers, another 1,800 people in the state of Alabama testing positive over the last 24 hours alone. The 7-day total, not good, just over 16,000 new infections. The last 7 days account for more than 24% of our total case count. Doctors at UAB say the new normal now may last for quite some time.
We should prepare ourselves that we may have to continue to wear masks through the fall and until we have a vaccine.
Well, Dr. Lee says that she has seen data from the UAB School of Public Health that shows that things could get markedly worse for hospitals across the state, that in the coming months.
At the current rate, if we don't do anything, we could see a huge issue in terms of capacity for our local hospitals.
Well, at this hour, some 1,465 people are in Alabama hospitals. Again, that is at this hour. And here's why that is concerning. Only 88 hospitals reported yesterday. That's nearly 20 fewer hospitals than just a few days ago. That works out to about 17 patients per hospital.
And right now in the U.S., the test positive rate sits at 8%, and it's held steady at that rate for weeks. More than 45 million people have been tested nationwide, and that includes some 584,000 Alabamians. At this hour, there are more than 3.7 million cases of COVID-19 in the U.S., and now, sadly, more than 140,000 deaths. Now, for weeks, President Trump has stated that our numbers are up because the U.S. does more COVID testing than any other country. And speaking on Fox News, the president stuck to his claim, saying that more testing skews the numbers.
You look at other countries, they don't even do tests. They do tests if somebody walks into the hospital, they're sick, they're really sick, they test them then, or they'll test them in a doctor's office. But they don't go around and have massive areas of testing, and we do. And I'm glad we do, but it really skews the numbers.
Now, looking at the data, the president is correct in saying that the U.S. does more testing than other countries. Even when you break it down to daily tests per 1,000 people, the U.S. still leads the way. It should be noted that China and the second hardest hit country, Brazil, did not report any testing numbers.
Well, back here in the U.S., one of the immediate concerns is what will happen when students return to school in a few weeks. Congress will hold a hearing this week to discuss the reopening of schools. Here in Alabama, most schools have released their plans to reopen. At least 2 districts, in fact, Chilton County and Pell City, have surveys out to get parents' input. We could learn what the Pell City folks will do by this Wednesday. And all. You can find your district's plans over the WVTM 13 app. Well, as students prepare for remote learning, many school districts are warning parents to be on the lookout for online predators. Experts say that many child trafficking situations are formed online, but many parents don't believe their children will talk to an adult inappropriate online. But sometimes that isn't the case. It's important to talk with your child.
Don't ever think that your child will be excluded, because they could also and will likely be approached by someone online that does not have their best interest in mind. Educate your children on what to look for, educate them on what to do, and encourage them to come and let you know if something like that is happening.
More than 50 school districts in our state use the BARK app. It's a free app, monitors, manages social media, emails, texting in real time. Again, the BARK app. With the more schools offering virtual learning, parents should find out how schools are working to protect students online.
Another concern right now is the spread of misinformation. The Alabama Department of Public Health tweeted a picture showing some false threads that have been making the rounds on social media. If you see something on social media, make sure that it comes from a credible source. If you want to repost or share that information, make sure that you double check to make sure that that information is correct. And this is the last week for the $600 bonus that's been added to state unemployment benefits. When added to state benefits, it's more than what 2/3 of workers made on the job, which has caused some controversy. Congressional lawmakers are beginning to work this week on the next economic stimulus package, but it's unlikely that they'll agree on, much less approve, the next step to help unemployed Americans before those payments lapse. And the change is likely to be a blow to a lot of unemployed people because the economy is still far from recovered from the pandemic. And we have much more coronavirus coverage available right now, and it's on our free WVTM 13 app. It's a one-stop shop for all your local and national headlines, as well as your daily forecast.